Let us cut the polite fiction. If you are an older man pursuing a younger woman, you're walking into a psychological minefield. Most of you think you know the rules. You assume it is a simple transaction. You provide the lifestyle. She provides the beauty. You think your wallet is your shield. You think your status is your armor. But let me tell you the brutal truth. That dynamic creates a sugar baby. It does not create a lover. It does not create a woman who craves you if you want her to look at you with that specific hunger. The one where her pupils dilate and she forgets to check her phone. You need more than resources. You need gravity. But here is the problem. She is terrified. Biology has wired her to be terrified. She sees your grey hair. She sees your established life. And she asks herself one critical question. Is he a king, or is he just an old man with a bank account? She cannot ask you this directly. She knows you would lie, so she tests you. She has to. It is not cruelty. It is a survival mechanism. She will deploy 3 specific verbal snipers, 3 questions designed to pierce your ego, to see if you bleed, to see if you crumble, to see if you react like an insecure child. Most men fail these tests within the first month. They get defensive. They try to please her. They apologize for who they are. They hand over their power, hoping for a scrap of approval. But a woman does not want a fan. She wants a mountain. She wants to know that you are immovable. These questions are the earthquake, and you must remain standing. If you fail, you are just a resource to be drained. But if you pass, you become the prize, you become the authority she has been searching for. Let us expose the machinery. Nature is ruthless. It does not care about your feelings. It does not care about your net worth statement. It cares about one thing only: survival. To understand why she tests you, you must strip away modern civilization. Forget the restaurants, forget the luxury cars, go back to the cave. In the wild, a woman's survival depended on her mate. If she chose a weak man, she starved. If she chose a cowardly man, she was killed by predators. This fear is written into her DNA. It is a primal anxiety that never sleeps. Now look at the dynamic of the older man. On paper, you are the perfect catch. You have resources. You have experience. You have established territory. This triggers her hypergamy, the instinct to marry up, to seek the highest status male she can find. But there is a catch, a dark side to the equation. Age carries a risk. The risk of decline, the risk of weakness, the risk of complacency. She looks at you and her biology asks, is he past his prime? Is he riding on past glories? Can he still protect me when the world gets cold, or is he just a tired old lion waiting to die? This is why the tests are necessary. Modern dating coaches call them shit tests. They tell you she is being difficult. They tell you she is playing games. They are wrong. These are not games. These are safety checks. Imagine walking onto a frozen lake before you put your full weight on the ice. You stomp on it. You hit it hard. You want to see if it cracks. You want to see if it holds. If the ice cracks, you run back to shore. If the ice holds, you trust it with your life. You are the ice. Her questions are the stomp. She is poking the bear to see if it flinches. She needs to provoke a reaction, because a man who can be rattled by a girl cannot handle the world. If a simple question about your age triggers you, how will you handle a business crisis? How will you handle a rival? If she can manipulate your emotions with a few words, then you are not the leader. She is, and for a woman seeking a masculine anchor, that is a terrifying realization. She does not test you because she hates you. She tests you because she wants to trust you. She is begging you to pass. She wants you to be the rock. She wants you to be unshakable, but she cannot just hope for it. She has to verify it. Through fire, through chaos, through the verbal traps we're about to decode. She needs to know that your age is not a liability, but a weapon. She needs to know that you possess the one thing young men lack: emotional mastery. If you fail to understand this biological imperative, you will take her questions personally. You will get offended, and the moment you get offended, the moment you defend yourself, the attraction dies instantly, because kings do not explain themselves to the court. Before the words even leave her lips, the trap has already been set. Most men are blind to this. You're operating on logic. You operate on cause and effect. A plus B equals C. But a woman does not operate straight on a straight line. She operates like the weather. She operates on energy before she hits you with the test. There is always a shift. a subtle change in the atmospheric pressure of the relationship. You need to learn to feel this. It usually starts with a withdrawal. Everything is going perfectly. You're laughing, the chemistry is high. Then suddenly, silence. She checks her phone a little too long. She gives you a look that feels like a scanner. She pulls her hand away, just an inch, but it feels like a mile. In that moment, your male brain creates a vacuum. You panic. Your insecurity whispers to you. Did I say something wrong? Is she losing interest? Is she bored? And instinctively, you lean in. You try to fill the silence. You try to fix the mood. You ask, is everything okay? Stop, you just walked into the kill zone. She created that silence on purpose. She created that tension to see if you would collapse into it. She wants to see if you can sit in the discomfort without twitching. When she asks these questions, you must understand one fundamental truth. She is never asking for information. Never. If she asks about your past, she doesn't care about history. She cares about trauma. If she asks about your routine, she doesn't care about your schedule. She cares about your mission. If you answer her literally, you lose. You are playing checkers while she is playing 4D chess. You must stop listening to the text and start reading the subtext. The text is the decoy. The subtext is the weapon. When a woman challenges an older man, she is essentially asking, do you perceive reality, or are you just another delusional guy who thinks he can buy my youth? She needs to feel your awareness. She needs to know that you see her. Not just the pretty face, but the machinations behind the eyes. So before we arm you with the answers, you must adopt the mindset of the observer. When the question comes, do not answer immediately. Pause, look at her, let the silence hang there, smirk. Realize that the test is a compliment. She only tests what she values. If she didn't care, she would just take your money and leave. The fact that she is challenging you means she is considering you for something real. She is handing you the sword. She is waiting to see if you hold it by the handle or if you grab the blade. Now, let us look at the first swing, the chaos test. The first test is an explosion. It often comes out of nowhere. 1 minute she is laughing, the next she is crying, or she is angry, or she's picking a fight about something trivial, about the way you drove, about a waitress who looked at you, about a text you sent 3 hours ago, and then she drops the question. It usually sounds like a confession. Do you think I'm too much trouble? Why do you even put up with me? I'm such a mess, aren't I? Listen closely. This is the chaos test. And it is the most dangerous trap for an older man. Why? Because older men crave peace. You have fought your wars. You have built your business. You have dealt with the noise of the world. Now you want the reward. You want the quiet life with the beautiful girl. So when she brings chaos, your instinct is to extinguish it immediately. You want to fix it. You want to smooth it over. You want to make the crying stop. So you say the lines of the nice guy. No, baby, you're perfect. Don't say that I love everything about you. I'll do whatever it takes to make you happy. Fatal error. You just failed. You think you are being supportive. She thinks you are desperate. She thinks you are terrified of losing her. She thinks you are willing to tolerate bad behavior just to keep her around. And that disgusts her. Here is the psychology you are missing. Feminine energy is oceanic. It is constantly moving. It is prone to storms. She feels this internal chaos every day, and it scares her. She doesn't know where her edges are. She needs a container. She needs a man who acts as the shore. The ocean creates the wave, but the shore decides where the wave stops. When she asks, am I too much trouble? She is really asking, are you strong enough to contain me, or will my emotions drown you? If I scream, will you crumble? If I push, will you fall? If you rush to comfort her? You are proving that her emotions control your state. She is in the driver's seat, and she doesn't want to drive. She wants you to take the wheel. She wants to feel like a little girl who is safe because daddy is home, and daddy doesn't get rattled by a tantrum. So how does the apex male respond? How do you pass the chaos test? You use the unmoved rock technique. You do not apologize. You do not try to fix her. You do not get angry. You accept the chaos. Without letting it enter you, you validate her nature while maintaining your frame. When she says, I'm such a mess, you look her dead in the eye. You pause. You let a slow smile spread across your face, and you say, "You are a mess, but you're my mess." Or you say, "I like a little trouble, keeps me awake." Or, if she's being particularly dramatic, you simply pull her in, hold her tight, and say nothing. You let her storm crash against your chest until she runs out of wind. Notice the difference. You are not denying her reality. You're not saying she is perfect. You're acknowledging the storm. But you are showing her that the storm cannot hurt you. You are the lighthouse. The waves can crash against the glass. But the light keeps turning. This creates a powerful subconscious trigger. Safety. She realizes that you are bigger than her emotions. She realizes that you are a man of depth. A man who has seen real storms. So her little drama does not faze you. This is the essence of the daddy dynamic. It isn't about money, it is about emotional bandwidth. Younger men cannot do this. Younger men get triggered, they argue back using logic, they get emotional. They try to win the fight. An older man knows there is no fight. There is only a woman feeling something and a man witnessing it. Once she feels your containment, the chaos subsides. She relaxes. Her femininity blooms. Because she knows she doesn't have to hold it all together. You have it handled. You have her handled. And that is the most addictive drug on the planet for a woman. But containment is only the first step. Once she knows you can handle her emotions, she needs to know if you can handle her judgment. She needs to know if you are insecure about the one thing you cannot change. Your age, get ready. Because the next question is designed to hurt. The second test is a precision strike. The first test was about her emotions. This test is about your identity. She is going to target the elephant in the room, the age gap. She knows it is there, you know it's there. But she wants to know how you feel about it. Do you see your age as a badge of honor, or do you see it as a shameful secret? This question often comes in the form of a comparison, or a subtle insult disguised as a joke. She might say, "Don't you think you're a little too old for this club? My ex was so spontaneous, we used to just drive all night. Do you even know who that artist is? You remind me of my dad." Boom. That last one usually kills the ego of any lesser man. The frame test is designed to check for one specific weakness: insecurity. Most older men are secretly terrified of becoming irrelevant. You see the young guys at the gym, with their endless energy, with their pop culture references, and you feel a twinge of envy. She knows this. She can smell it. The trap here is seductive. You feel the need to prove you are still in the game. So you try to compete with the 25-year-old ghosts of her past. You start dressing like a teenager. You buy the flashy sneakers that look ridiculous on you. You try to use slang that doesn't fit your tongue. You defend yourself. "I'm not old, I have more energy than guys half my age. I can go all night, watch me." Stop it. It is pathetic. And it is the fastest way to dry her up. When you try to act young, you're admitting that young is better. You're validating her frame, you're stepping into her world, and in her world, you're just an imposter. A woman does not date an older man because she wants a 50-year-old teenager. She dates an older man because she is sick of boys. She wants a man who has graduated from that nonsense. She wants authority, she wants wisdom, she wants a man who is comfortable in his own skin, so when she attacks your age, she is asking, is he solid, does he know his worth, or can I bully him into acting like a clown? The solution to the frame test is not defense. It is amused mastery. It is the art of agree and amplify. You take her insult, you accept it, and you exaggerate it until it becomes ridiculous, or you reframe it as a strength. If she says you're too old for this club, do not say no, I'm cool, I'm quiet. You say you're absolutely right. It's too loud and the drinks are cheap. Let's go somewhere where the bartender actually knows how to make a drink. See what you did? You agreed with the fact, the esta, but you reframed the meaning. Being too old isn't a weakness. It means you have standards. It means you have outgrown the trash. If she says, "My ex was more fun," you look at her with a smirk and you say, "I'm sure he was. That's why he's your ex. He was a boy. You're with a man now." Absolute silence usually follows that line because it is the truth, and it is a truth she craves. If she calls you daddy or compares you to her father, do not flinch. Own the archetype. Someone has to teach you how the world works. The key is your internal state. You must view your age as your superpower. Your age is your resume. Your age is your survival record. You have survived recessions, divorces, failures, and you are still standing. That young guy she compares you to. He hasn't been tested yet, he is unproven software. You are the legacy code, robust, functional, dangerous when you embrace this. Her tests bounce off you. She realizes she cannot shame you. And when a woman realizes she cannot shame you, she begins to worship you. Because in a world of insecure men constantly chasing trends, you're the classic, and classics never go out of style. You have passed the test of containment. You have passed the test of authority. But there is one final gate, the test of your soul. She needs to know if your fire is still burning, or if you're just waiting to die. You have contained her chaos. You have asserted your authority. But there is one final hurdle, and this one is the most subtle. Because it sounds like she cares about your well-being. It sounds like she wants you to relax. Do not be fooled. This is the vitality test. She will ask you things like, so when are you going to retire? Don't you want to just slow down and enjoy what you've built? Are you actually happy with your life, or are you just working yourself to death? Listen to the subtext. She is looking for one thing: decline. She is checking to see if your fire is burning out. Biology demands a mate with vitality, life force, energy. A woman is attracted to an older man's power, but she is terrified of his stagnation. She fears becoming a nurse. She fears the recliner. She fears the man who has decided that his best days are behind him. The moment a man says, "I'm done, I just want to rest now," he signals to her biology that he is preparing to die. He signals that he is no longer hunting. And if you are not hunting, you are prey. The trap here is comfort. You want to tell her that you have made it. You want to impress her with the fact that you don't have to work. So you say, "Yeah, I'm thinking of buying a place in Florida and just playing golf. I'm ready to wind down." You think this sounds successful. To her, it sounds like a funeral. A woman wants to be part of a mission. She wants to be the queen to a king who is still expanding his empire. Even if that empire is intellectual, even if it is spiritual, she needs to feel that you are moving towards something, not just waiting for the end. The solution is to demonstrate the eternal mission. You must show her that you have a purpose that transcends your paycheck, a purpose that transcends your age. When she asks, "When will you retire?" you answer, "Retirement is for men who hate their lives. I'm just getting started." When she asks, "Don't you want to slow down?" you look at her with intensity and say, "I don't know how to slow down. I have too much left to build, and I need a woman who can keep up." Flip the script. Make your ambitions and a challenge to her. This proves vitality. It proves that your testosterone is not just a biological chemical, but a state of mind. It tells her that being with you is an adventure, not a waiting room. She wants to know that you possess the dangerous energy of a young man, combined with the wisdom of an old man. That is the ultimate aphrodisiac, a man who has conquered the world, but still wakes up every morning ready to conquer it again, if you pass this test. You're no longer just an older guy. You're a force of nature, and nature is irresistible. Let us synthesize the truth. The difference between a man who buys affection and a man who commands it is not the number in his bank account, it is the stillness in his soul. Most men spend their lives reacting to the market, reacting to the news, reacting to women. They are leaves in the wind. And women do not feel safe with leaves. They feel safe with trees, rooted, ancient, unmoved. When you master these 3 tests, you stop being a participant in her game, and you become the game master. You realize that her chaos is an invitation for your strength. Her insults are an invitation for your wit. Her doubts are an invitation for your vision. You stop fearing the tests, and you start enjoying them, because every test she throws at you is just another opportunity to demonstrate that you are the apex. This is the secret that the nice guys will never understand. They think if they are nice enough. She will stop testing them, but she will never stop. Because she never wants to stop checking if you are safe. The moment she stops testing you is the moment she has given up on you. So welcome the fire, stand in it, let it burn away the insecurity, let it burn away the need for validation, and what remains is a man who cannot be bought, cannot be bullied, and cannot be ignored. That is the man she craves. That is the man she fears losing. That is the man you must become. If you're tired of the blue pill, if you're tired of being a resource for others to consume, and you're ready to reclaim your psychological sovereignty, then you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, not because I asked you to, but because you are done with the lies. Welcome to the reality of Mind Before Skin. We are just getting started.